Practice skills assessment. Addressing table. Determine the IP addressing scheme. Design an IP before addressing a scheme and complete the addressing table. A. Subnet 192.168.10.24 network to provide 30 host addresses per subnet while wasting the fewest addresses. Okay, this subnet 192.168.10.24. 30 host addresses per subnet. Okay, 192.168.10. 27 prefix for 30 hosts. Okay, for 30 hosts. The next is also 30 hosts. 192.168.10.132.27. 30 hosts. 192.168.164.27. 4 30 hosts. 192.168.196.27. 5 30 hosts. 192.168. 196 plus 32 is 128.27. Assign the fourth subnet to LAN 124C. Okay, for this, the fourth subnet, number 4 for 124C. Okay, this is the fourth. The beginning address, okay, if the network is 96, the beginning is 97. 192.168.197. And ending address, if the next subnet is 128, 127 is the broadcast for the fourth subnet, and 126 the last. 192.168. 126. 126. And the mask is 27. 255, 255, 255, 224. Okay, this is 27 in decimal. Assign the last network host address, the highest in the subnet, to gigabit 00 interface on CS department. Okay, last network to gigabit 00 CS department to this gigabit 00. Okay. Assign the last network host address, the highest in this subnet, to gigabit 00 interface on CS department. CS department is this router, and gigabit 00, gigabit 00, gigabit 00. This is the first and this is the last. and subnet mask is this. Starting with the fifth subnet the network gain so that the new subnets will provide 14 host addresses per subnet while wasting the fewest addresses. Okay, starting from the fifth, okay, fifth.1, 14 hosts, 192.168.1. Start with 128, but the prefix is 28, and 28 prefix supports 14 hosts. Okay, but new subnets will provide 14 hosts. Okay, and 14 hosts, 192.168.1. 128 plus 16 is 144, and also 28 for 14 hosts. Assign the second of these new 14 host subnets to the lab 214A. Okay, this is the first, this is the second, and assign this second to 214A. Okay, this is the network. If this is the network, the first IP is 192.168.1.145. The last address, okay, 144 plus 16 is 160. Divide. And the prefix 28 is 240. Assign the last network host address, the highest in the lab 214A LAN subnet to the gigabit 01 interface of the CS department router. Okay, the highest, this is the highest, 158, and assigned to gigabit 01 on CS department. Okay, gigabit 01 on CS department. Okay, and this is the subnet mask. Assign the second to the last address, the second highest in this subnet to the VLAN 1 interface of the lab 214A switch. Okay, if 158 is the last, the second last is 157. Okay, to the switch on VLAN interface. (157) and use this. Okay, the default gateway for this switch, lab 214A, the default gateway is IP address of gigabit 01. IP address of gigabit 01 is 158. Okay, the default gateway. Configure addresses on the host using any of the remaining addresses in the respective subnets. Okay, 124.1 and 124.5 place it on LAN 124. Okay, 124.1 and 124.5 place it on LAN 24. You can use the fields 97, okay, for 124, 97, and for 124.5, 98. And the subnet is 224. Okay, for this two PCs. The default gateway is IP address gigabit 00. Gigabit 00 IP address 126. The default gateway. For 214 server on LAN 214 you can use the first IP 145 and for server 146 using this subnet mask. And the default gateway is gigabit 01 IP address 158 for both devices, for PC and server. Okay. Also, you need to specify the default gateway for IPv6 addresses. Okay, and use the link local address on IPv6 for default gateway. And now table is complete. Configure CS department router. Okay, use a console cable. Access the PC and terminal. Okay. Enter. Enable. Configure terminal. Configure the router hostname middle. Hostname middle. Okay, case sensitive. Protect device configurations from unauthorized access with the encrypted privilege exit password. Okay, advertise with a banner message of the day. Unauthorized access is prohibited. Enter. Then configure the encrypted privilege exit password. Use any password. Enable secret Cisco and pass. For example, you can use any password, but remember this password. Secure all access lines into the router using methods covered in the course and labs. Okay, the lines. Line console 0 password. For example, Cisco pass login. Line BTY 0 to 15 password Cisco BTY pass login. Exit. Required newly entered password must have a minimum length of 10 characters. Security passwords min length 10. Prevent all passwords from being viewed in clear text in device configuration file. Service password dash encryption. Configure a router to only accept in-band management connections over the protocol that is more secure than Telnet. That means use SSH. As was done in the labs, use value 1024 for encryption key strength. Okay, create the crypto key. But before to create the crypto key, you need to configure the host name already done and the domain IP domain dash name. For example, CCNAlab.com. Okay, you can use any other domain. And now create a crypto key 1024 modulus. Crypto key generate RSA and 1024 bits. Configure local user authentication for Embed management connections. Okay, create a username netadmin. Username netadmin. Case sensitive netadmin. Secret password Cisco underscore CCNA7 case sensitive. Okay, encrypted password use secret and case sensitive Cisco underscore CCNA7 and give the user the highest administrative privileges. Okay, go back and here username netadmin privilege 15, the highest privilege and secret Cisco underscore CCNA7 case sensitive enter. Your answer must match these values exactly. Okay, case sensitive. Configure, but don't forget to configure the VTY lines. Okay, for in-band management connections with protocol that is more secure than Telnet. Okay, use SSH. Configure this only line VTY 0 to 15. Transport input only SSH and login local to use the local username exit. Configure the 2 gigabit Ethernet interfaces using IPv4 addressing values you calculated in the IPv6 values provided in the addressing table. Okay, use the table. Gigabit 00, all these configurations, IPv4 and IPv6, interface gigabit 00. You can set a description. For example, gigabit 00 is on 124C, 124-C, IPv4 address 192.168.1.126, 255, 255, 255, 224. Okay, and enter. IPv6 address, IPv6 address 2001 DBA ACAD A::1 prefix 64. Don't forget the link local IPv6 address FE80::1 link local. Not shut down to enable the interface. Now gigabit 01 IPv4 IPv6 link local gigabit 01 description 214A 214A IPv6 158 subnet mask 240 IPv6 address B::1 link local the same link local and not shut down. Okay, reconfigure link local address, very good. Document interfaces. Okay, set descriptions. Okay, very good. Configure lab 214A switch. Okay, configure the switch. Terminal. Okay. Enter. Enable configure terminal. Configure lab 214A switch for remote management over Telnet. Okay, first configure an IP address. It's necessary for remote management. and configure this IP address. Only IPv4 on interface VLAN 1. Interface VLAN 1. You can set a description. Okay, 214A switch, 214A management. Okay, because this interface is for management. Set this IPv4 address, IP address 192.168.1.157.285.240. And no shutdown. To enable this interface, exit and set the default gateway 158, IP default gateway 192.168.1.158. And for remote management, also configure the line BTY 0 to 15. Set a password Cisco BTY pass. For example, may vary and login. Okay, exit. And also you can configure enable secret password for remote management. Okay, to access privileged exec mode, enables secret Cisco MPass. And okay, using telnet, so that's why only configure on BTY lines with password and login. Configure and verify host addressing, use the IPv4 addressing and IPv6 provided in the addressing table to configure PCs. Okay, 124.1 close terminal IP configuration and configure this IPv4 and IPv6 address 192.168.197, 224, 192.168.1.126, 2001 DB8 ACAD AFF column FF prefix 64 IPv6 gateway. The gateway is the for IPv6 the link local on router FE80::1. Okay, ready, and 124.5 IP configuration. Configure all this 192.168.198, 224, 192.168.1.126, IPv6 address 2001 column DB8 column ACAD column A column 15 prefix 64 and IPv6 gateway FE80::1. Very good. Close this 214.1. Close this IP configuration. Configure all this 192.168.1.145, 240, 192.168.1.158, IPv6 address 2001 DB8 column ACAD column B column FF prefix 64 gateway FE80::1. Finally, the TFTP server desktop IP configuration and configure all these parameters 192.168.1.146, 240, 192.168.1.158, 2001 DB8 ACAD B column 15 prefix 64 forget FE column 1. Okay, use router interface link local address as the IPv6 default gateways. Okay, use link local for IPv6 default gateway. Configure the server, very good, already done. Okay, and you can, to be sure all is okay, test this network using ping. But before to start the test, enable IPv6 on the router terminal. Okay, exit on global configuration mode. IPv6 unicast routing for routing for IPv6. Okay, 124.1 command prompt. Ping 126 on IPv4. Ping 192.168.126. Success 158. Success 157. Success, repeat. All success 197. Okay, 198. Success, 145. $146. Okay, ping to IPv6 address A::1, ping to 001 DB8 ACAD A::1, success B::1, B::1, A::F, A::FF, success A::15 or 15, A::15, success B::FF, B::FF, and finally B::15, B::Wi-Fi 15, success. And access telnet on the switch. Okay, telnet, the IPv4 address only has IPv4 address 157, 192.168.157, password Cisco BTY pass, Cisco BTY pass. Okay, enable Cisco and pass. Okay, switch to remote access. Very good. Exit and access SSH on router, for example, 126. Use IPv4 or IPv6. SSH option L. Not one is L, and the username. Remember the username configured on the router. NetAdmin. Okay, NetAdmin case sensitive, and use the destination. You can use the IPv6 address or IPv4. I will use IPv6 2001 DB8 ACAD A::1. Password Cisco. No, use this password. Cisco_CCNA5 case sensitive. Cisco_CCNA5 enter. Okay, again Cisco_CCNA5 enter. Very good. The message and middle router, very nice. Exit. Thank you very much.